Welcome. Hi, I'm Kamil Kramic,
Hi, I'm Jaroslav Kareslak.
and would like to welcome you in this special episode of Two Poles Not So Far Apart in this beautiful place, the place where it all started with, again, yet beautiful weather conditions around it.
Yeah,
We thought we'll use this episode and have a bit of a reflection and a bit of a summary of what have we done so far.
yeah, it's great to be back. And it was supposed to start here a year ago.
Yes.
Fortunate circumstances. I mean, not too unfortunate, let's not exaggerate, but there was this disease called COVID-19 that interfered with our start. So we started about half a year later.
Yes.
But here we are, Christmas time, New Year's time of the end of 2024, beginning of 2025.
And we're in a place when it all started. So we're back in Zielona Góra in Poland, in the beautiful town. We're looking from the vineyard area over the beautiful town of Zielona Góra. And we thought we're going to spend a bit of a time to talk around where we are, what we have done, what haven't we done, and what we still want to do in the future.
So, what have we done?
What have we done? So we had 10 episodes so far? Or 11, I can't remember even. Yeah.
Candidates, we had a few, and we started just the two of us. But recently we ventured into interviewing our guests,
Yes.
and we had already how many? 3 guests?
Well, this is actually interesting, and let's not break over.
Yeah.
We've actually had one guest, but really far away, a guest from Australia, from Sydney.
That's true.
So you managed to get there. Jarek can actually do that, which I found really exciting. I think which was one of the best conversations we had so far.
Yeah.
In this conversation, we will have more guests. So there'll be some.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing what's
So
going
we
to happen.
had a few guests, but
Yeah.
we haven't posted that yet. So this will be something
This will be something.
all the listeners should be waiting for.
Absolutely. We've discussed about a number of topics. I think we started. I think we started our conversations very much in the world of numbers and the world of methodology and the world of very clearly defined techniques. And then we sort of softened it up a little bit. We've talked about teams. We've talked about, well, quite often the conversations actually ventured into some really interesting, not planned areas as well, and actually not connected with any of the worlds of science or business. Yeah.
Yeah, but the intersection was great,
Yeah.
and I think it's something that this is kind of the synergy that comes around where two people meet and talk, and then more people meet, and we get their opinions on different things.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, Jarek, what do you think at the beginning? I mean, the objective was to combine the two worlds and see the differences and I guess learn from different approaches and different way of coping with certain problems or issues or opportunities. Would you think we found more differences or more similarities, or how would you?
Well,
How would you feel?
surprisingly, I think actually there are more similarities than differences. And you can't really find that out unless you start talking about it.
That's true.
It seems two disparate worlds, but at the end of the day, it's about what we know, who we work with. It's about teams. It's about moving forward.
It's about people. It's about how we motivate them. It's about how do we turn facts and numbers into an action plan that gives us value, whatever it is. I'd agree with you. I mean, I can't count how many times we said oh yeah, that's actually quite similar. It's actually the same language, but with a bit of a different thing. Yeah. And the more I think about it, I think the one, you remember, I always wanted to have one answer and one sentence and answer to every problem that we've got. And the more we talk and the more we got into the different subjects and different conversations, I think, before we reflected on, can the world of business be answered with the language of science and vice versa. And I think we both got to one sentence, which is, it depends. And it always does. And while it's quite of an open answer, I think this leaves us with quite an energy and quite of a a list of topics that we can continue to talk about.
And we will.
And we will. Yeah.
As we already did for a shadow.
Yes.
We have additional guests. We'll have great episodes starting the beginning of next year, 2025. It's something we're planning to do over the next few months.
Yeah.
Let's start with a few months first.
For now,
few months first, yes.
Yes.
And it's one of the things I just wanted to go back to what you say with it depends. It doesn't just depend on should I put it, on a situation, it can be the same situation, but sometimes one thing might change, sometimes something very small changes. And the whole answer is almost like chaos theory, where a small element might change, and then everything kind of like the answer is completely different.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like what they say with computer programs. If you run the same program again and you expect different answer, that's kind of stupid.
Yes.
When we deal with humans, when we are dealing with teams, when we are dealing with situations, that actually the answers can be the opposites of each other when something very, very small changes.
Absolutely. And we'll deep dive into some of those small changes or bigger changes and try to get some more interesting subjects and guests and conversations to you. As always, we really value your input, guys. So please, if there are any areas or any topics that you're really interested in, please do let us know. We very value that. We did hear quite a lot of really good opinions. We also value the ones which were giving us the areas for improvement. But first and foremost, I think both of us would like to very much thank you to everyone that has been supporting us over the past few months. It feels a long time, doesn't it, Jarek? But it isn't when you think about it. Yeah.
And it's also an amazing thing that we always try to connect when we are in different places in the world. And as we are saying now, we are here in the kind of the origin story. We're back to where it started. But it's not the last time we'll be here. No. I'm sure we'll come back and we'll go from here. But for now...
Big thank you. We'll see each other really soon. Thank you, Jarek, for this, for 5, 6 or whatever months we had over here. Really enjoyed it. And we'll see each other for the next great episode.
Yeah, thank you, Kamil, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. See you next year. Cheers, mate. So good to walk towards the sunset like the cowboys in the Wild Wild West after a good day's work. Yeah.